In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Design Guide Pro on an existing website or a brand new website. This is going to help you design your website super fast and also make them consistent and also load very fast. So here we can see we have our main headings. So I've designed these in such a way that we have 4 styles. There's the dark version and the light version. So the first version here of the dark and light are the centered text. We also have the text over there on the left. Now over here, we also have our page titles to important pages. And we also have our headings, our buttons, our notices. We also have different styles of blurbs. So the idea here is once you choose a specific style, this is going to be applied on your website. So now let's take a look and see how we can quickly transform our website over here. So we're going to work on this homepage here. I've only used the default templates of that come out of the box with Divi. So the first thing you want to do is to open up the Divi Design Guide Pro, and here it is. So what you want to do is to double click once you've downloaded it, like that. And by the way, I have a link to the Divi Design Guide Pro in the video description below. All right, so I've just double clicked and I've opened it. So this is the file right here. It's a .json file. Okay, so I'm just going to come back over here and let us create a brand new page. So I'm going to come over here to new, and then I'm going to create a page in a new tab, and we are going to call this page style. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because this is where we're going to make all our changes as we are tweaking our Design Guide Pro. Okay, so I'm going to give this a name like that, and then click on Use Divi Builder. So to load all our presets, we need to drag and drop the file that I've just unzipped, and here it is. So this is the file. I need to drag and drop it here. So all I have to do is to build from scratch, and now I have a brand new page. Now I can drag and drop my file over here. So just click once and then drag and drop it. So that's all you need to do. It's going to take a bit of time to load it. But before we go to the loading part, here is what is very, very important. You need to make sure you click on Import Presets, then click on Import Divi Builder Layout. Okay, so now that we have our style guide loaded up, the next step now is to work on our main homepage and stylize it. So what I highly recommend is you should leave the style guide open, because this page here gives us a reference to what the design we're looking for looks like. Okay, so let's come back over here to our homepage. So let's start by going into this main header area here. I'm going to click on Module Styles. So I'm just going to add a bit of a subtitle here. And I'm also going to get rid of quite a bit of text over here as well. So let's say this is my text. So what I need to do next is to come over here to the top, click here on this drop down, and we want to choose which style we want to go with. So I'm going to choose, let's say, this one here. Okay, so I'm pretty much happy with that. The only thing I need to do now is to add an image here, because this image here is just for demo purposes only. So to add my image, I'm going to come over here to the background, and we are going to now come over here to background image. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to upload my own image. In fact, I'm going to use this one here and then upload image. So now I've added my own image in there, but we can also tweak this if we needed to. So let's say you want to change the gradient. You can always come over here to the gradient, and you can increase it. You can reduce it. All right, so let's say I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and save. So that's my main hero area. Now moving on, we also have some text here. So this is my description text for my section. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight all this and add my own text. And I'm just going to enter this. So this top text here is going to be a header. So let's set this to heading 3. Now let's apply our style. So I'm going to come over here to the top. So for this, I'm going to choose section titles. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And now you can see it has taken on my style, and that is going to be my description for my main hero areas. All right, so let me go ahead and save. Now let's continue on, because now we need to add our blurbs. So I'm going to come over here. Now remember, I mentioned that you need to keep the style guide open here. This is because we can reference and know what style we want to use for this design. So these are the different types of blurbs that I have. So I can decide which one I am going to go with. So Here I am going to go with blurb number 4. I think this one here works better. So I'm going to come back and let's just adjust our text here a little bit. It's a bit too much text. So now I can go in and choose blurb number 4, which is right here. Select that. All I have to do now is to choose my icon. So I'm going to come over here to image and icon, select use icon, and then I can choose my icon from here. So let's say I'm going to go with that. So now this has been updated, but you may be thinking, you know what? This color here of the icon does not match my branding. How do I change that? So it's easy. All you have to do is to click here on this pencil icon or paintbrush icon. And this is where you'd come in and change your color. So let's say we want to go with this red as our main brand color. So I would do that. But now I want this to be my main style moving forward. So for me to update that, I need to come over here, click on this little drop down. So you can see blurb number 4 has the check mark. So you want to come over here and then click on update preset with current styles. Let's do that. And then I'm going to say yes. So now I've just updated my preset. So let's go ahead and save changes. So we need to add more of these of the same style. So all we have to do is to delete these, and then we want to duplicate these like that and then drag them into position. Okay, so now we have pretty much designed our features area. Now let's continue on. So over here we need to update our text. So I've intentionally separated this so you can see how easy it is to work on this. So I'm going to click here on this gear icon to go into my heading 3 text, and all I have to do here is to click on the top and select text, and it's automatically updated. Then I can just hit save. And then here we also have the paragraph text. I can just click on this gear icon. Again, I'm going to come to the top, make sure you select text, and now it's updated. Save. Now we have the button here. So we also have styles for the button. I'm going to click here on this gear icon, click on the drop down, and then I'm going to choose my button. So I know I have button 1, 2, and 3. I don't know what they look like. So I'm going to come over here to my style, scroll back to the top. So now I know button 1 is this one, button 2, and button 3. So I'm going to go with button 2. So back over here, I'm going to go with that and then hit save. And then finally, over here on the right, I'm going to add my image. So I'm going to click here. So I'm going to use an image that is already on my media library. So I'm going to select that, upload image. And now my design is almost complete. I have my main hero area. And then over here, I have my features area. And then finally, I have this area here with my call to action button. So that is how I've quickly gone in and updated my homepage from a basic design, which comes out of the box with Divi. So here we have a slightly different design. I have a darker section. So let's come over here and stylize this. So I'm going to click on this gear icon, and on the top here, click on this drop down on my preset and then choose text. And now that has been updated. I'm going to save. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. I'm going to click here on this gear icon. Then I'm going to come over here to my settings, and I can choose my preset from here. And this is the bar counter. So now you can see that it has been updated. Now, here we have a slight issue because our bar counter here is on a dark background. So my text here is not easy to read. So what I can do now is I can click here on this paintbrush icon and update this by clicking here. And now you can see it's easier to read. Now over here on the video, I'm going to click on this gear icon to go into our module settings. So let's come over here to our overlay, because if we are using YouTube, we need to make sure we add an overlay image. So let's go ahead and add one. So I'm going to go with this one here, add my image. So you can see here our play button is way too big. So I've saved you a lot of time to go in and start tweaking it, making sure it's the right size. So we have our presets here. We have video 1 and video 2. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and you can see it has automatically chosen that, and now I can save. So over here now, let's add a style to this text here. So this text is our description for our main module here, or our main section. So let's just update our text like that, and then we're going to set this to a heading 3 like that. So all I have to do is to come over here to the top and we are going to choose section titles. There we go. So now I can hit save. Now over here, we have our team members. So if we come back to our style guide here, I'm going to scroll down and let's say I want to go with this type of design here. So this is blurb number 7. So I'm going to come over here and let's go in. So we're going to come over here to image and icon, click here, and I'm going to look for my image. I'm going to go with this one here, upload image. And now it has been updated, but we want a complete style to this. So I'm going to come over here and choose blurb number 7, which is right here. So there you go. Now it has been updated. Our text here has been stylized. I can now hit save. And if we want to add a few more here, we just have to duplicate this a few times and then drag it over here into position. So let me delete this. So all I have to do now is to change the names and the images. So I'm going to click here, go to image and icon, click over here and then choose the image like that. And then you want to do the same for this image here as well. Okay, so moving on, we also have this section here, which has our frequently asked questions. So let's go ahead and update this. So I've just clicked on there. I'm going to now come over here to my preset and I can choose from these two styles. So this is the first one and this is the second one. And I think this one looks much better. So let's go with that. I'm now going to save. Over here now, we also have our text, which is our section description. So what we can do is just making sure you remember to set your main text here as heading 3 and your description here just goes in as your normal text. So now that I've done that, I can come over here to the top and then choose text. Now notice that I've chosen text. This is your normal paragraph text, but if you want your section titles, this is where you'd come over here to your section titles. Okay, now while we're here, let's say you have some presets on your current website. You can go ahead and delete them by coming over here. Now, the only way to see them is by seeing a different name. And if you do import different types of presets, you're going to see one called text imported. This is just a duplicate of this one here. So you can go ahead and safely delete that like that. So that's how you delete your presets if you don't need them anymore. Now I can hit save. So as you can see, I was able to go in quickly and just stylize my page here with the Divi Design Guide Pro. So what I highly recommend with the Divi Design Guide Pro is to use it on existing websites or even brand new websites. This is going to enable you to design your website super fast, consistent, and your websites are also going to be fast because it's following similar size headings, similar size text. So our pages are not loading different types of CSS styles to style our website as we design it. Now, I am going to be updating the Divi Design Guide Pro, adding more features, animations, and so on. So if you purchase it once, that's it. You're just going to get the updates absolutely free. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. This is how you use the Divi Design Guide Pro. If you have any questions, please drop me an email and I'll be happy to respond to them. Until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.